The worst ever gamer, back for a little bit more of Destiny 2 beta. First place. All right, well, we've already played the initial game, story mode, and we have played the strike that comes in the game, and now we're going to play our first game of the Crucible. Now, it has two different options here. The Crucible, this one says 4v4 low intensity. This one says 4v4 high intensity. We're going to start out, since I'm not a great player anyway, by doing the low intensity game. Now, with me, you'll see Big Daddy and, of course, Mr. Sparkles. However, Mr. Sparkles is not playing. We have Mr. Paperbat, one of our friends, who you will probably see in the future playing with us as well. How are you today, Mr. Paperbat?
I'm fine. How are you, Big Daddy?
Wonderful. So we've got this quick play looking, so it's 4 versus 4 gameplay, a little different than what the first Destiny game had, which was 6 versus 6. I don't know how I'm going to like that. I tend to like a little bit larger group, but we'll see how things roll. Well, maybe there's not a lot of people playing Crucible. Maybe they're all playing the strike, or maybe they're playing the hard one. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on the game so far, Timmy? Paperbat?
I like it. The graphics going to be a little bit better than the first one, of course.
Yeah, I agree. I think the graphics are pretty good compared. Which, yeah, I don't know if you've ever played the regular PlayStation, the original PlayStation, versus say the PlayStation Slim. Really, there's not a lot of difference between the two, but the PlayStation Slim has the upscaling. When I see this, because I still have the original PlayStation, it actually has, like, say you go to Grand Theft Auto, in the upscaling process, you kind of see like an edge on objects, and I'm kind of seeing an edge on objects, and I'm assuming that's just a definition thing. Like the ships, I'm seeing a more defined edge than what I did in the previous game. And then again, I could just be totally crazy and just be making that up in my head, but anywho.
Do you feel like it plays any smoother than the last one?
Sticking in the game and actually playing, I think the feel is exactly the same. Someone who comes from the old game to the new game will feel absolutely familiar and ready to go. So, now, new players, of course, just like any other game, they'll learn it real quickly. There's really no complication to it. But yeah, I think it's very much like the original game. The only thing that I being a not very good person with my mental capacity, we'll say, is this stuff here. Originally, the regular, well, hang on, my brain ain't working again. I gotta go fix it. All right. In your weapons list, you would have a primary, which is now kinetic weapons. You would have a secondary, which is now the energy weapons. And then you would have heavy, which is now power weapons. And I think one of the big things that kind of blows my mind is the shotgun. Now it's a power weapon instead of a, special secondary weapon. Special. I'm sorry, I think I've been calling it secondary, but it's called special. So, in the first game. So, everyone who's watched any of my previous videos on the beta, please forgive me. I do mean special, not secondary. Just to get that corrected for anyone who might be confused by my confusion. All right, here we go.
Control.
Finally. Ooh, look at that. A bunch of awesome people.
If you fight for them, Guardian.
All right. Oh, I don't know if I want that gun or not. Let's see. What else is here? I'm not very good at scout rifle because, well, I'm terrible. Got a submachine gun. Submachine gun? I haven't even looked at that. Let's choose that. See what. Got an auto rifle and a submachine gun. And I'm gonna keep that one. All right. Let's see. Y'all done been. What is this? Like capture the flag?
Yeah.
I think the running and stuff feels a little quicker to me in this one. Crucible does feel a little different than.
To me, it
Yeah.
feels a little more fast-paced, just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Which might be a bad thing for me, just because, well, you know, I'm not a very good player. But you're right. I feel that this is actually different than.
The enemy has gained ground, but it's not over.
I killed somebody, but I died. Ah! All right. Let me in there. Let me in there. I want to
captured
do it.
Zone A. You have zone advantage.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that I like this being.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with the game mode, though. This being like capture the flag mode.
All zones held. You have
Yeah,
total control. Zone C.
Your circle, your map circle thing. Now they're coming back over here again. Your map circle thing feels a little. How'd you like my grenade throw? Not even close. I just felt like in my ear that was right on my behind.
Zone B lost.
Well, hey there, paper bat. Oh, I'm shooting one of our guys. Good way to do it, I guess. Punch is R1, right? Yeah, it is. He just punched me. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, see how your little map circle thing, or whatever you want to call that, has the little lines around it?
Yes.
I do not like the lines around that because they kind of distort. You know how when you're just getting somebody in range of you,
I agree with that.
Yeah, you just can't see it because those lines overpower that very light little red thing. But that's okay. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't hurt anything, but okay, I just lied. It definitely hurts it.
Zone B secure. You have zone advantage.
Yep. I did real good. Hey, they're trying to take over B.
Zone B lost.
Shh, there to go again. Terrible grenades.
Zone A's captured. It's yours. You
Well,
have
that's
zone
great.
advantage. 3 minutes left.
Ah, you big poop. I haven't even got a special yet. Have you?
I have not.
Good night. How long does it take for that thing
Zone
to...
B secure. Zone advantage is yours. Zone A lost. Your enemy is pushing for victory. Punish them for it.
Punish them
Zone
for it.
C captured. You have zone
Back here.
advantage.
Ah. I can't play with stuff like that. Pulse rifles and such.
What do you like using?
Auto rifles. Now, I unfortunately have a condition with my hands where, unfortunately, daggone it, where my hands become very, they just get very painful and not work and all that wonderful stuff very well. If you're familiar with the thing called neuropathy. Hey, I'm supercharged. I've got something going on.
Right.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, that was not the super I thought I had. Yeah, when I play in here, I think the Striker's the best for me. But I'm not going to be able to have that before the end of it anyway. Phoenix Strife Typo. Okay. Now, when we get into your list of stuff here, you'll see that everything drops at exactly the same thing. 200, nothing is leveling up to this beta. So it's all just a look thing, basically. And that was, did we win or lose, Timmy?
We lost.
Would I have guessed anything else? Was I on the bottom of the list by chance?
You were third to the bottom.
Well, that's alright too. At least I beat somebody,
I was
right?
second.
So
Right.
that was our first gameplay on the easy. Shall we go ahead and do the other Crucible?
Yes.
And we'll just go ahead and get both of those wrapped up here. So Crucible, very much the same as Destiny, but it does, for some reason, it feels a lot more responsive. I think would be a good thing. You know, in Destiny, when you are playing in the open world game, when you say you're running forward and you start to turn right, it slowly, well, I should say progressively, turns. So it starts slow, but then it gets faster and faster as you're turning. This feels less progressive and more controllable. I hate to say it because there's a lot of people that, you know, it's a love-hate kind of thing, but I'm going to say the feeling of control is more Call of Duty than it used to be, we'll say. I mean, it's not like 100% Call of Duty, don't get me wrong, but your control, you know, Call of Duty is one of those games that you can turn on a fly and bang, you're there, you know. Does that make sense, Mr. Paperback?
Yes.
So how do you
It
like?
definitely feels familiar.
Well, how do you like the 4 versus 4 instead of the 6 versus 6 aspect?
I can find people about just as easy, so it hasn't really affected me yet.
Yeah, I agree. It's not been all that bad. I don't think the map was all that big either. So you're not really having a huge hunt down, you know. And then, because often when I get into a game where it becomes a hunt, they always pop up behind me and I'm dead.
Yes.
So, this feels, I know I see this building and I'm kind of expecting Ezio to hop out and get me. You know who Ezio is, don't you?
I do not.
Aha!
Only 1 minute left.
And you know how my brain is totally fried? Okay, this is totally different. So I can't get you. Ew, I don't know if I like this or
Charge
not.
set. Now to battle.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Okay.
I got the charge planted.
Okay. Okay.
I believe he's gonna be
This is weird. It's looking like he is definitely doing
It
that.
was defused.
Enemy defuse
So what is
your
this? Is this like
charge.
search and destroy?
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Me not like ye. But it's only because me not goody. Me baddie. Oh, back to the Ezio comment. Ezio is one of the characters from the... My brain is not working. Assassin's Creed. Thank you, brain, for finally picking that out. Ezio is from Assassin's Creed. Have you played any of the Assassin's Creed games?
I haven't played one through, but I have gotten ways into one.
Yeah, I used to, when they first come out, I was all about them, but that's back when I was way back on the Xbox 360 days, before I converted.
Beat everyone except Brotherhood.
I quit right before Black Flag because, well, that's when I switched over to PlayStation 3. I had I think it was the first 3 games for PlayStation 3 and never played them.
Defend the charges or eliminate all opponents.
But yeah, let me see. I think
Are you
I'm
gonna get the one coming out this year?
I would say, as of right now, I'm not planning on it, just because that is such a story game to me.
Yeah. What about Far Cry 5? Either one of y'all gonna get it?
Yeah, I've not. I have, I think, Far Cry 4. Maybe again, it's.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that.
It's one of those. That was a little different.
Enemy charge has been set. You know, excellent, but the charge is ticking. Defuse it.
Good job.
Charge defused. The team has your back.
Well, this has potential to be a longer game or a really short game.
Charges are everything. Set them and protect them.
Yeah, Cody. That type of story game, you know, you've got a story that you're sticking to.
Yeah.
I hate to just get into a game and not have the story in my head as to what the story actually is. So it causes me to hesitate.
Now to battle. They can't win if they're
No, I'm probably gonna be getting it.
Nice. Well, I feel kind of
Defend
lopsided
those
in the game.
or fight to the bitter end.
I know I'm definitely getting Far Cry 5 though. You can fly fish and everything in it now.
Really?
Yep.
You like
thought
flying
that-
the fish?
Have you ever been fly fishing?
No, sir, not fly fishing. I have been fishing many times.
Do you know what fly fishing is?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Only 1 minute left.
They say it's pretty hard. I've never tried it before.
They can't win if they're dead. Ha ha!
Nice. Good job. I did nothing that round. I sat at the thing waiting to defuse it.
Detonate those charges. Nothing else matters.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how far these go to?
I have no clue. This is you. This is my first one, just the same as you, big guy.
Alright.
So, who knows?
5 rounds of one or something?
I didn't pay attention. I would imagine it probably told us.
Guardian down.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
1 minute.
How is he not getting any? He's taking 0 damage. That guy took 0 damage. I was shooting the far out of him.
30 seconds.
Would y'all get it, pals?
Now show them the true meaning. Charge is
Yeah, I
set.
did.
Protected.
The other boys got that there. Other team.
They can't win if they're dead. Ha
I
ha!
always get a peach tea when I go there.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. They got
I like
raspberry.
where their drinks are actually really cold there.
Defend those charges. The hour is yours.
I've noticed that, like, if you go to McDonald's to get a drink and you go there, at Pal's it'll be a lot colder.
Well, you know,
have a Pals where you live, you're definitely missing out.
yeah, Pals is great.
Or a Taco Bell.
Now that you say that, I got a 3-year-old here at me now, stealing drinks of my PGT.
Only 1 minute
I
left.
finished mine.
Okay, this map feels a bit larger than
Do it again.
the other one. And then it could just be me. I could be just because all the different buildings
Have
here.
match point. Set a
Yeah, I'm
charge
definitely
and
feeling
win.
like all of a sudden Ezio's going to jump out of a 3rd-story window and knife me or something.
So y'all ain't gonna get the new Call of Duty this year?
I'll watch gameplay on it before I do buy it.
I'll buy it too, and I'll tell you if it's any
Your
good.
charge is set. Let them
Cause I
come.
was gonna end up buying it anyway. I went to Taco Bell and got me a spiked lemonade.
Whew, how did this get turned into food and drink? Oh, behind us, behind us. Oh, you got me. I down. Did he get? Ah, yes.
Opponents down. A powerful finish.
He had it if he just got there a little earlier. I got Phoenix Strife Type 0 helmet. That looks pretty.
Sword Fight
And Zavala said
4.0.
Cabal bombs would make poor trade.
Alright, so we had to win 6 rounds. Yeah, baby, I died, didn't I? I died a lot. Bam, I was dead.
You just said, and you were still in you said, bam.
Bam, that's right. Yeah.
That's how you say, that's why you say, bam.
Y'all heard it.
That's what
right out of the mouth of a 3-year-old that I'm the worst gamer. You heard him say that I got killed.
Yes. You just did this.
Oh man, you fell out of the chair. Well, guys, I guess that's the wrap up on that. That's both the options available for Crucible at the moment. One seems to be a capture the flag type game. I don't know, I can't remember the names of the Crucible games from the original Destiny. Well, that's just because my brain don't work. And then, of course, the second option is kind of like a search and destroyed. Yes, Destiny, honey. That's right, Destiny. Destiny 2 Beta is the name. All right, so I guess that wraps up the gameplay for the Destiny 2 Beta.
Is Timmy playing Dishana?
Yes. Timmy is playing as Mr. Sparkles. All right, Mr. Sparkles, thanks for playing. Well, actually, Mr. Paperback. I apologize. And everyone else, we hope you enjoyed watching me play terribly, because it is me, Big D, the worst ever gamer. And have a wonderful day.